What up, guys? I'm back in the video. Yeah. Back with the deku has skill evolution. But already, let's stop playing. Actually get into the what if. Fuck it. Okay. Nope. Where I left off. Oh shit, God. Deku, he was walking back to his house, wondering. No. Let's start off the day. Oh, Deku's God, I can hit that. Deku waking up in his bed. As he wakes up, as does not normal routine, health hygiene. As he looks to his phone and see if there's anything special on the counter. As he does look at it, he sees today he plans to beat Bakugo. I don't know, Rumi. Just Miracle's actual name. I never read the manga, so because of this, he instantly clasps his two hands together, thumbs smallest intertwined, sits down, back onto his bed, and begins to think to himself, what should he do in the situation he's in right now? He doesn't know what to do because of what he did in the first part of the series. He knows Bakugo is going to die. Fuck hiccups, as he knows Bakugo is most likely going to attack him. And he has no excuse for what he's going to say to make Bakugo believe that he has no excuse. Nothing whatsoever to Bakugo, even though he probably can manipulate Bakugo and make him forget that you have to end up trying to get a skill for that, at least make the magic, which nerfing that a bit. Magic creation, yes, it does more or less take time. He has to learn how it works to create the magic. Yes, that's what I'm doing. To nerf him a bit, Deku has to magic creation for magic creation to work. He has to actually understand the magic. Understand how it's going to work. Or how he's going to make it work. At least in perception, really. How he perceives is going to work. Perception, no, as he wonders what the hell he's going to do. And he finally goes to put his normal clothes on. Like I said before, Deku hairstyle, long, white with blue tip hair. Long blue with white tips. He has a choker on his neck. Yeah, Bakugo. He's a lot taller now, as he does have his skill immortality, which grants him immortality like the skill's name says. Although because of this, he got basically instant generation. He doesn't age. As he's still wondering, though the thing is not. He goes to go to work because he does leave and he does exit the house fucking door behind him before basically summoning his motorcycle as he hops onto it and rides off. And he slowly waiting to get to his office building. That's, by the time he does get there, his boss calls him up. his boss and talk to him. As he enters, sorry, confusing as hell, probably. He actually says his boss goes to say, Zuku, I know. Zuku, update me what's been going on, please. Cause I'm worried about you. I'm checking up with you similar off. As Zuku does sit down and says, remember when I first told you about my life story up to now, right? Not one person, as his boss eyes slowly begins to widen. He says, no, that can't. Is it what? Yes, Zuko responds, somewhat kind of his boss. Yes, Bakugo Katsuki. Well, first met you, although you somewhat helped me, although you didn't exactly, though you really trusted me, even for someone that looked like me, I probably look pretty damn shady, if not anything else. Yeah, you may look, but because of my somewhat quick intuition, what allows me to tell if someone's lying to me, if telling the truth, and allows me to tell, more or less perceive what kind of person you are. You're just a kind-hearted. You are kind-hearted what you kill, but only because you don't know what to do. I won't lie. I don't like you killing, but injustice is injustice, and perception is reality, and it's gonna stop talking. Not me, not the character, not the person I was talking, but me in general. God, I have fucking issues. Deku, yeah, I know. As it's the phenomenal, basically all his, don't tell me you got magic creation, a sealing artifact, and much more? Wow. Hey, what about your motorcycle? Oh yeah, I have got mechanic. I haven't worked on it in quite some time other than repairs and other things. Do you have any ideas what should I do? I have an idea for this thing. How it's gonna work is, as he says, and he goes to speak, and let's change a bit. Let's go to Rumi's point of view. As she sighs, says, "What's nonsense? Says, when is he gonna get here? I'm gonna kick his ass when he's late." As she goes to look at her phone, String just somewhat tap her feet at a rapid pace, as it begins to pick up and break the ground underneath her. As she don't immediately notice, but notices a second, and she doesn't notice until she is a metal breaks, like a sound of metal breaking, as water sprays all over her, as she screams. As she looks down and sees that she broke the ground and hit a water pipe, sighing in frustration, realizing her dress now wet because Yuku said don't pick her up because she had to do something. Baka was probably waiting. As she hears a revving, been a rush, not to rush by here, but she hears revving. She heard that revving enough to tell who it is. And see a bike slowly stop in front of her so it swerves. So, as Izuku says, I'm so sorry, I'm late. I had to talk to my boss for a bit. He called me. He goes, oh, really? And did I keep you waiting? I'm so sorry. As she sighs, and just pure aggravation, says, I'm really gonna kick your ass when I change. But Izuku sighing, she will do it. Although, because since she thinks he's quirkless, he pretends to sigh. Since she does hold back because she thinks he's quirkless, he wonders what the hell he's gonna say. I'm sorry, house right? Or she says, where else I'm gonna go? As him seamlessly jumps and says, as she goes to hop onto the back and wrap her hands around Zuko's waist. And Suzuki revs up his right side and launches forward, driving off into the distance as time passes, as he does manage to get to Rumi's house seamlessly before Bakugo gets, which does surprise her, as he said he would be here pretty soon. But knowing Bakugo, she decided to just push it off, to just let it slide for now. She gets off with Izuku, and she just rushes into her house and goes to her room and goes to change. Izuku since and live for room now, thinking beyond existence level, be really hard on what the hell he's gonna do when he meets Bakugo, because Bakugo remembers his face, specifically Izuku, as I described now, sometime before. Tall, full blue, white hair tipped Izuku, not specifically blue-eyed, but blue-eyed and pretty tall person. He knows Dad. He knows him, but not Izuku. Let's see. It's really thinking hard. I don't remember what his name was. So Jack grabs the juveniles. It's Jack. He calls him. Says, how do I look? He sees her in a outfit which causes her by him to blush a bit. As he forces his head down into his arms, trying to hide his blushing. He says he looks sunny. She says, what? And he says, let's go see him to lift his head up. As she goes to try to force his head up, which he doesn't manage to. As she sees the blush in Izuku, so it means to tease him a bit. So although Oh God, Jesus goes to tease him the same day. Wow, I might just tease him how beautiful she is. She that stunning him. Basically doing the most anime teasing thing there. The anime style teasing basically. Nothing too much as causing him to just somewhat try to cover face embarrassment, but almost which does cause him to run into cause him to run to the bathroom to hide as she's stalling to kick the door as she does. But before she did catch her off guard when he ran. You know, he does manage to make it in there and lock himself. As Drill Pig's trying to keep the door down, tell him to come out. And Zuko is now so much ever than calm. Still thinking, what should he do on Bakugo's situation? He's still very confused as he does not backing out and realizes Rumi stop trying to kick the bathroom door in down as he goes to put his ear slowly towards. He hears through his enhanced senses, enhanced hearing, he picks up two voices. One he can he can just tell that's Rumi. Another voice he can't really pick up. Describe what this hot, somewhat yelling person. Not all too much, but not really, but more or less not loud, but calm persons, low voices. As you know, he hastily closes, and Zuko opens the door to peek as she sees this. You see this solid person that looks to be in their 20s. That looks young. No, this young, this blonde haired, red eyed person that looks like someone in their 20s. If it's not anything else, in the early 20s. Miss Rumi does notice him. She does keenly watches towards the bathroom door, and she does push ahead and tell him to come out. Her guess is here. What she does is she eventually threatens to completely break all his ribs if he didn't. So he had no choice other than to, am I right? So he does. Zuko, Jack comes out and as he does freaking walk back. He does freaking walk back. He's at this moment, he's running things to his head on multiple thoughts because still he just gained from all this damn thinking he's been doing, running scenario after scenario to his head. If you got parallel thinking, which has evolved it has evolved. I have no more to say about it. Life is not allowed to think about many things at once, not just multiple. It's just that he could think on of the mathematical equations mathematical equations for reality while thinking of how to drive a car or how to make a car flip itself in the instant of driving while dodging all people and things. He could do stuff like that at the same time just by thinking right now. It has evolved quite much. Sasuke has evolved quite a few times as he's just running past through scenarios, everything through his head, trying to figure out what should he do. As he finally gets to his Bakugo on the couch, he flips his head back as he sees Jack as his eyes slowly begin to widen as he hops over the couch and begins to rush towards Deku or Jack. As Rumi doesn't really notice the specific killing intent behind Bakugo. Bakugo begins to run towards him as he goes to throw his hand. Now Rumi can now cancel on. She goes to try to kick him, but he makes some mini explosion and locks him into a wall as he then jumps up until he goes launch explosion right into Jack's face. As Rumi manages to catch him off guard, kick Bakugo in the ribs, sending him flying back to the door, almost breaking it off his hinges. As Bakugo gives, what the hell, attacking that asshole. As you wouldn't see Jack cowering. Why? You know what? Check this now. When I say Jack, or whatever names, it will be either Izuku or somebody else. If I say like this, if I'm talking from Izuku perspective, then yes, I would say Deku. I would say Deku or Izuku. So I say other names while talking about outside perspective. Yes, I will say what their name is if they're changed. That cow almost falling to the floor, cowering as he puts talking about. Bakugo explains it to her. Bakugo explains it to Rumi. As Rumi's eyes widen, turns around so angry, asks him, "Is this true?" As Izuku asks, but Jack says, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know. Rumi grabs him by his fucking collar, saying, "If you lie to me, I will hurt you." As he says, "So why would I lie to you?" As he somewhat grabs into one hand, as Bakugo goes to rush, but Rumi kicks him with his leg. Another leg, sending him flying back. I really don't. As, well, it just pisses Rumi off because he said he was saying he knew he was Izuku, which is true. He is Izuku. He just has no way to prove it right now, and he does wonder to himself, "What the hell? It's a predicament." As Rumi goes to clock back at Fish, he goes to punch, but stops at his face as you see Jackson blocking an attack. So gonna block to jump and threes in his ass as she drops him and falls to the floor, shivering even more than he was before. And Jack says, "Please don't hurt me. I really don't." Now she just bend down to his level. Says, "I'm not gonna hurt you. Tell me anything." As Izuku he runs a whole simulation through his head of every possible outcome as he determines third one more possible. Okay. The fuck outside. Okay, I've actually, yeah. I have to remake. I have to stop. Just a cut. It's not just gonna actually be one, but I have to resume because, yeah. What happened is just a cut. So yeah, cut the 2 videos. So I'm not exactly remember where I should left off. If I'm correct, I left off Izuku just getting back home. Yeah, Izuku's got back home. I think Soma reaches back to transform his katana back to his original, his not katana, but you see Izuku reach back to his, begin to reach behind her. You see the belt. You see him some grab as he unshakes the blade. As he his left arm, left arm. And see, so it rubs his hand. So rubs his whole hand down and using his his forefingers in a flat position while he uses his other hand. He uses his thumb to just rub against him. As he looks in, as he sighs, wondering, thinking to himself, this blade has killed many. Blood on my hands, many villains, although I wanted to be a hero. That's reality's a bitch. Things never go right in this world. Something always has to be wrong. Besides, you see him walk as he puts his hand or something. You see some scan as and he says, "Hello, master." As you can still put some code in. That's greetings. So you have come to training grounds. As he says, yeah, activate training mode. As hours later, you see Zuku somewhat huffing after have gone all out. After you see a destroyed areas, he falls to his back, lying there. Now, as he goes to laugh, he goes from heaving to straight sobbing as just emptiness inside him, knowing he has to kill Rumi. That's some tumors, I think it said. I don't remember. It hurts him as he's under control of some other fucker he can't stop. He hates it. He wish he had did more. I just got killed his ass before he could do damn anything. So he hates it. He wishes he could do more. Wish he had died that day. He hates himself for being weak for that day. Let's see. He gets up battered, bruised. He created a thing that evolves with him as he can slowly walk up the stairs. Somewhat sliding across the walls. He gets up and he's not gets up, but gets to his bed, lying there, thinking, why me? Yeah, it's only 4 minutes, and I'm too lazy to continue. So yeah, that's how I'm out, bro. I don't do what I feel.